Imagine uncovering a shocking message from the past that could change everything we know about history and faith. Did you know that an ancient scroll found in a dusty cave might prove that Jesus is God? How could a document written over 2,200 years ago predict events in the life of Jesus with such uncanny accuracy? What secrets are hidden in this ancient text that could validate the stories we've heard for centuries? The incredible story of the Isaiah Scroll, an ancient manuscript that might just prove the divine nature of Jesus. This scroll, found in 1947 in the Qumran caves near the Dead Sea, has been dated to around the 2nd century BCE. Despite being written centuries before the birth of Jesus, it describes his life and mission with extraordinary detail. This discovery isn't just a historical curiosity. It's a window into the past that connects us directly to the prophetic traditions that shaped early Christianity. In the book They Walked with Jesus, Dolores Cannon delves into the lives of those who lived alongside Jesus, providing additional insights into his life and teachings. She was a renowned hypnotherapist and author who dedicated her life to exploring the hidden realms of the human mind and the mysteries of our existence. Her meticulous research and intuitive insights have made her a trusted figure for many who seek to understand the deeper truths of our world. By integrating her findings, we can shed more light on the ancient scrolls and their profound implications. If you're fascinated by mysteries from the past and how they connect to our present, I invite you to be part of our community by subscribing to this channel. The story of the Isaiah Scroll is a remarkable discovery that has captivated scholars and believers alike. Found in 1947 in the Qumran caves near the Dead Sea, the Isaiah Scroll is one of the oldest and most complete biblical manuscripts ever uncovered. Dated to around the 2nd century BCE, this ancient text predates the birth of Jesus by over 200 years. The discovery was like finding a long-lost treasure. It was part of a larger collection known as the Dead Sea Scrolls, a series of manuscripts that have provided unprecedented insights into ancient Jewish culture and religion. The Isaiah Scroll, in particular, stands out due to its exceptional preservation and the profound implications of its content. In the late 1940s, a young Bedouin shepherd stumbled upon a series of caves in the region of Qumran. Inside these caves, he found clay jars containing ancient scrolls. These scrolls, which would come to be known as the Dead Sea Scrolls, were later identified by scholars as some of the most significant archaeological finds of the 20th century. Among these scrolls was the Isaiah Scroll, an almost complete version of the Book of Isaiah. Radiocarbon dating and paleographic analysis have confirmed that the Isaiah Scroll was written around the 2nd century BCE. This dating places the scroll's creation at least 2 centuries before the life of Jesus Christ. The scroll's remarkable state of preservation allows us to see the text almost exactly as it was written over 2,200 years ago. This ancient manuscript provides a direct link to the Jewish prophetic traditions that predated early Christianity. The scroll is particularly famous for its detailed prophecies about a future Messiah. Isaiah 53, often called the Suffering Servant chapter, is one of the most striking sections. It describes a figure who would be despised and rejected, who would suffer and be pierced for the sins of others, and who would remain silent in the face of his accusers. For many Christians, these prophecies are seen as clear predictions of the life and mission of Jesus Christ. Scholars and theologians have long been fascinated by how closely the descriptions match the events of Jesus' life, as recorded in the New Testament. For example, Isaiah 53:5 states, "But he was pierced for our transgressions, he was crushed for our iniquities. The punishment that brought us peace was on him, and by his wounds we are healed." This verse is often linked to the crucifixion of Jesus, where he was literally pierced by nails and a spear. Another verse, Isaiah 53:7, describes a servant who is oppressed and afflicted, yet does not open his mouth. This prophecy parallels the accounts of Jesus' trial, where he remained silent before his accusers, as recorded in Matthew 27:12-14. But why does it matter? The fact that these prophecies were written centuries before Jesus' birth and seem to describe his life so accurately is astounding. It provides a powerful argument for those who believe in the divine inspiration of the Bible. But the significance goes beyond religious belief. It also offers valuable insights into the historical and cultural context of the time. The scroll reflects the theological developments of the Hellenistic period of Jewish history, a time when ideas about messianism and redemption were evolving. Understanding these historical contexts helps us appreciate the depth and complexity of the ancient texts and their impact on subsequent religious traditions. Imagine reading a story written centuries before it happened and seeing it unfold exactly as predicted. It is often referred to as the suffering servant chapter, because it describes a figure who endures immense pain and rejection to bring salvation to others. Here are some of the most striking prophecies from this chapter. In Isaiah 53:3 it says, "He was despised and rejected by mankind, a man of suffering and familiar with pain." In John 1:10-11 it states, "He was in the world, and though the world was made through him, the world did not recognize him. He came to that which was his own, but his own did not receive him." This describes how Jesus was often not accepted by his own people. In Isaiah 53:5 it says, "But he was pierced for our transgressions, he was crushed for our iniquities. The punishment that brought us peace was on him, and by his wounds we are healed." In 1 Peter 2:24 it is written, "He himself bore our sins in his body on the tree, that we might die to sin and live to righteousness. By his wounds you have been healed." This verse points to the crucifixion, where Jesus was physically pierced. In Isaiah 53:7 it says, "He was oppressed and afflicted, yet he did not open his mouth. He was led like a lamb to the slaughter, and as a sheep before its shearers is silent, so he did not open his mouth." In Matthew 27:12-14, it is recorded that Jesus remained silent during his trial. When he was accused by the chief priests and the elders, he gave no answer. Then Pilate asked him, "Don't you hear the testimony they are bringing against you?" But Jesus made no reply, not even to a single charge, to the great amazement of the governor. In Isaiah 53:9 it says, "He was assigned a grave with the wicked and with the rich in his death, though he had done no violence, nor was any deceit in his mouth." According to Matthew 27:57-60, after Jesus died, a wealthy man named Joseph of Arimathea placed Jesus' body in his own new tomb. This act fulfilled the prophecy of being associated with both the wicked, crucified criminals, and the rich, Joseph's tomb. In Isaiah 53:12 it says, "Therefore I will give him a portion among the great, and he will divide the spoils with the strong, because he poured out his life unto death, and was numbered with the transgressors." Luke 23:33 describes Jesus' crucifixion between two criminals, fulfilling the prophecy of being numbered with the transgressors. These detailed prophecies, written so long before Jesus' birth, provide compelling evidence for many believers that Jesus is indeed the prophesied Messiah. The fact that these descriptions align so closely with New Testament accounts strengthens the argument for the divine inspiration of these ancient texts. The Isaiah scroll, discovered in the Qumran caves and dated to around the 2nd century BCE, provides a unique glimpse into Jewish prophetic traditions before the birth of Jesus. The detailed descriptions in Isaiah 53, which many Christians believe foretold Jesus' life, are not merely coincidental. They illustrate a deeper spiritual narrative that has been unfolding for centuries. For believers, the fulfillment of these ancient prophecies in the life of Jesus offers powerful evidence of divine intervention. The predictions about Jesus' suffering, rejection, and ultimate sacrifice, written hundreds of years before his birth, seem almost miraculous in their accuracy. This connection between prophecy and fulfillment strengthens belief in the divine inspiration of the Scriptures. The Isaiah scroll also highlights the interconnectedness of the Old and New Testaments. It shows how ancient Jewish prophecies were not isolated predictions, but part of a broader narrative that found its culmination in the New Testament. This continuity offers a cohesive understanding of the Bible, where the story of salvation unfolds over centuries, culminating in the life and mission of Jesus. The historical validation of Jesus' life by non-Christian sources adds another layer of credibility to these ancient prophecies. Roman historian Tacitus and Jewish historian Flavius Josephus provide independent accounts that corroborate key events described in the New Testament. These external sources lend additional weight to the biblical narrative, making the case for the historical Jesus even stronger. The Isaiah scroll is not just an ancient manuscript. It is a vital piece of our historical and spiritual puzzle. It provides compelling evidence for the divine nature of Jesus' mission and enriches our understanding of the cultural and theological context of his time. The Isaiah scroll serves as a crucial link between the ancient world and modern faith. Its detailed prophecies about a suffering servant, which many believe are fulfilled in the life of Jesus, offer powerful insights into the continuity and consistency of biblical narratives. This scroll isn't just a relic. It's a bridge connecting us to the rich traditions and theological developments of ancient Judaism and early Christianity. I encourage you to reflect on what this ancient text means for you. Whether you are a believer, a scholar, or simply curious about history, the scroll offers a unique opportunity to connect with a pivotal moment in human history. What does this ancient prophecy tell us about the continuity of faith and the unfolding of history? How can understanding these connections enrich your personal beliefs and knowledge? If this journey through the Isaiah scroll has sparked your curiosity or deepened your understanding, I invite you to be part of our community by subscribing to this channel. Remember, history isn't just about what happened in the past. It's a living story that continues to unfold, connecting us to the people and events that have shaped our world. Thank you for joining us on this journey. We look forward to discovering more incredible stories with you. Until the next video.